guys here just for a little bit, and then I will turn the mic over to our admin team who's over here. There are two of them in here I didn't get to introduce a little bit earlier, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce them now since they were skipping out earlier. Miss Allen right here is one of the assistant principals this year. She primarily deals with things like all of your college credit and scholarships and grants and all those kinds of fun things. And then Mr. Wilmont is right next to her. Mr. Wilmont is our AD. He deals with all the sports and athletics and all those kinds of fun things that you guys get to be involved in this year. So those are those two assistant principals that we didn't get to introduce earlier. Kind of talk to you guys here real quick. As I was watching you guys go around today, it was really fun to watch you guys. You guys are super motivated. I can tell you, you guys are a super talented, awesome class, and we're super happy to have you guys here on the Valley Center campus this year. I think you guys are going to do some really, really good things for our campus. All right. That being said, I did notice that as you guys were kind of walking around, there were a few of you guys who chose not to really engage, to kind of participate. And so I just kind of want to tell you a story here real quick. I have two cousins. Shayla and Noah. They both live up in Minnesota. And Shayla and Noah have very different personalities. All right? A while back, they're kind of older now. They're graduating and stuff like that. But when they were younger, they're quite a bit younger than me. I think they're about 20 years younger than I am. Anyway, I went up and visited them. And they were both kind of hanging out in their house and stuff along those lines, and we were talking about different things that they were wanting and stuff along those lines. It was close to Christmas, and I was talking to them a little bit about like what they wanted in life. And as they were little at the time, Noah was 4 and Shayla was 6 at that point, and I was talking to them a little bit, and I asked them kind of what they were looking forward to for Christmas, and they both immediately, say, well, money. We want money for Christmas. I'm sure most of you guys have probably said the same thing when you guys asked what you want for Christmas, right? Okay. Money. And I said, okay. And so I asked Noah, he's the younger one. I said, Noah, what would you do if I gave you money? I pulled $1 out of my pocket. And I said, Noah, what would you do if I gave you $1? Like, I got $1 here. Like, what would you do with this $1? And he didn't even think about it. He goes, I go spend it. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, I go get candy. And I said, you go get candy? He goes, don't even worry about it. I would go get so much candy. I would get like nachos, and I get like sour punch straws, I get Snickers, I get a Coke, and I was like, dude, it's $1. I don't think you're going to be able to get that much candy for $1. He goes, why don't you give it to me? I'll go try it. Laugh. I turned to Shayla and I said, Shayla, what would you do if I gave you this $1? And she looked at me, she goes, well, I go stick it in my top drawer. I said, you stick it in your top drawer? What do you mean? And so she goes, here, come follow me. And she takes me up to her room, and she opens up the top drawer of her dresser. And inside the top drawer of her dresser is just stuffed with money. Like, it is just like crumpled up 1s and 5s and like a couple of 20s, and they're just all shoved into this drawer. Like, you've seen little kids like purse change things before, right? And it just like, it's this wads of money in this drawer. And I said, holy cow, like, what are you doing with this? And she goes, I'm saving up for a bike. I said, what do you mean you're saving up for, like, I thought you had a bike down there. Like, in your garage, you got a bike. And she goes, yeah, but that bike's stupid. I don't like it. I said, what do you mean? She goes, it's got banana seat. And I was like, so tell me about this bike. She tells me about this bike. It's like a 21 speed, like, it's got this really, really nice bike. I was like, well, how much is that? And she goes, $400. $400? You're 6. Like, that's a huge amount of money. 6-year-olds don't get $400. And she goes, I think I'll have it by the end of Christmas. And I said, huh? She goes, well, I've kind of factored in what everybody's going to think I'm going to get. And based on how much I got last year and this year, I think I'll have enough money by the end of Christmas to get the bike. I said, that's awesome. You see, Shayla and Noah approach money very, very differently. Noah approaches money as something to just have fun with. Okay, cool, I got it, let's spend it. Let's go. All right? Shayla approaches money as something that she can invest and use because she wants. How many of you guys have some kind of job or something that pays you? Any kind of job. Lawn mowing, you have chores at home that you do for your parents, something like that. You've put in some time, you get money. Okay? So you guys are familiar with the concept that time equals money, right? Okay? You put in a little bit of time somewhere, someone gives you some money for that, right? Okay? How many of you guys know that school is the same way? You put in time here, you get more money later. The better your education, the better your jobs that you can get later on. The more time you spend here, the more time you invest in yourselves here, the better your education is, the better your money is later on. You get higher paying jobs, you get more jobs, you have more availability, stuff along those lines. Okay? Education started today. You walked in, and there were people here who were volunteering their time to show you around the building, answering the questions that you have to help you set up for success. To help you make it today and the next 4 years in high school, to set you up in a positive place that you can make choices that benefit you. And as I watched you guys walk around today, I saw some of you guys not. I saw some of you guys not invest your time. You just kind of laughed as you went around the campus tours. You didn't listen when they were talking through what every freshman should know. The leaders kind of tried to tell you stuff. I sat up here at the front and tried to tell you things. And I hope you know what this kind of looks like to the rest of us as we kind of watch you guys go through. It's pretty dumb, right? You just wasted a day. But it's cool, right? It's just one day. It's not going to matter in the long scheme of things. You still got 4 years left, right? We can waste one day. One day doesn't matter, right? If that's one day, that's a month, right? 5 days a week, 4 days, or 4 weeks in a month, that's a month, $20? No, it's a $20. There's no such thing as a $30. Month of school. You get school 5 days a week, you only get 5. That's a month right there, right? Who cares about a day? You waste a day, nobody really matters. How about a month? That's interesting. I'm hearing differing opinions here. How many people think I should rip it up right now? I'd like to point out that they are pretty much all guys, and they are pretty much saying the same thing. Destruction! We love to see destruction, destroy things! But here's the deal. The only reason they're saying rip it right now is because it's not theirs. Because I guarantee if I handed it to them, they wouldn't want to rip it. Because here's the deal. Time adds up. Time adds up. One day, today, I'll throw it off. Okay, you come back tomorrow, it's just one day, who cares, I'll throw it off. One day becomes a month becomes a year becomes your entire high school, and then you reach the end of it, and you got nothing. You chose not to invest it. You chose to spend it. Throw it away. So I have a challenge for you guys. I've got lots of challenges for you guys today, but this is my last challenge for you today. My challenge for you is to graduate on time with your class in 4 years. My challenge is this, and it's going to be the longest one that you've got. For a while, at least, anyway. Okay? And that's this. To invest in yourself for the next 4 years. And that could be anything, because all of you are different, and you all have different goals in life. But my challenge is this, that in 4 years, every single one of you in this room will walk across the stage together and get a diploma from that man over there in the suit coat. Alright? So here's what I want to do. I want you guys, I want some feedback on this one. So, if you're a senior in this room right now, and you're going to graduate on time this year, well, 2026 this year, okay? If you're a senior in this room and you're going to pledge to me that you're going to accept that challenge and graduate on time this year, please stand up. Juniors, you are somewhat, stay standing for me. Juniors, you are somewhat familiar with the high school process. You've been here for 2 years now, you're going into your 3rd year, you kind of know how things work. Juniors, if you plan on graduating on time in 2 years, please stand up. And finally, because I have a few of them in here, sophomores. Sophomores, you also have been through a year of high school. You kind of know some things, how they work, stuff like that. Sophomores, if you plan on graduating on time with your class in 3 years, please stand up. Okay, freshmen, look around a little bit. They've had a few years of experience here, but that's it. Other than that, they are pledging to graduate on time with their class. Freshmen, if you will accept this challenge to graduate on time with your class in 4 years, please stand up. All right. That's their accepting it. You guys get to hold them to it. All right. Thank you very much for your time. You can go ahead and grab a seat. At this point in time, link leaders, you guys are heading out. We have a quick meeting breakdown. Say goodbye to your group. Freshmen, I'm going to leave you here with Mr. Blake.
Hey, real quick, as they're leaving, let's make sure we do a good job. Freshmen, make sure you do a good job of thanking Mr. Allen. Thank you, Miss Allen. Monroe, Russell, and Upmore are leading leaders. So give them all a big round of applause real quick.
But I felt smart, so it was a great opportunity for me to just continue to do it. So in order for me to get your attention, it's real simple here at Valley Center. It's really simple to be a Hornet. I need you to believe in yourself. So when I need to get your attention, you may hear me yell out, "We believe." And when I yell out, "We believe," I want to hear as many of you that are as focused as possible yelling, "We believe" back. That way you start acknowledging that you believe in yourself. So you ready? We believe.
We believe.
There we go. Here we go. I like the energy so far. Let's try one more time. We believe.
We believe.
There we go. I already know that I like this class. I saw a kid wearing a St. Louis Blues shirt. I'm not trying to single him out, but I love hockey. So St. Louis Blues was a great call. I also know that all of you in here are KU fans, so I absolutely love that. Okay? Rock Chalk. We've got a couple in here for that. You can change that later if you want to. There we go. So we're here to talk to you. We do have to go through some things that you're not going to probably enjoy hearing about today. But the reality of it is, you focus, we get through some of it. If you follow our guidelines, if you follow our rules, then we can be a lot of fun. If you have to visit us in our office area, that is not as much fun. So some of this today is designed, 1, to teach you how to be involved, 2, to keep you out of our offices, and 3, to try to help this 4 years go as quick as it possibly can for you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay? That way we can get you out of here as a productive member of our society. What does that mean? So we can get you out of here making money, all right? We can get you out of here going to college, get money to make money, all right? Those are our goals. So, who are we? Once again, I'm Mr. Flayton, all right? I'll be around. I'm here for you. I don't have a specific alphabet, but I am here. Miss Allen, A through C, right? Paired with Miss McDonald, who we'll talk about and show here in a minute. Mr. Wilmot, D through G. Mr. Hitt, H through O. And then Miss Baldwin, who has P through Z. Okay? So most likely, if you need something, we try to get you with the alphabet. Alright? We try to get you with your person. Whether that's the counselor or whether that's the admin. However, every single one of us is here for you. So if you have an issue or you need something, you can come up to any one of us and we will try to help you out. Alright? Counselors. Whoa. Counselors, come on up. That's what I need you to do. So we have Upmore, we have Dancing, and we have McDonald. Okay? So those are the faces that go with the alphabet letter. Alright? So when you have your schedule changed, that we'll talk about here in a minute, that's most likely who you're going to see.
All right, guys, I want to talk to you briefly about schedule changes. I know some of you got your schedules and you might be wanting to change something. Leading up to school, we've gotten a lot of emails from a lot of you, and we've been able to accommodate those schedule changes via email correspondence. Moving forward, we can't do it by email anymore, okay? We have forms that you will need to submit to us after you get them signed by your parents. So if you are wanting to get out of one elective and take a different elective, like right now you're in culinary, you go up tomorrow, you don't like it, and you want to take something else, you come and you fill out one of these yellow forms, get it signed by your parents, turn it back into the guidance office, and we will call you down and have a discussion about what that will look like, okay? Yellow form is to get out of one class and into another, right? If you would like to change a teacher, okay, that is an orange form, and this goes to the guidance office and then straight to admin. We don't make this decision, and we don't do this very often, okay, especially for this group. You don't know most of the teachers in this building, so it would be really good to give everyone a chance and then get to know them, and then, you know, maybe next year we look a little bit more at these, okay? But if you would like to submit one, you're more than welcome to, okay? Now, what if you don't really want your English to be 6th hour, you want it to be 2nd hour, and you don't really want your science to be 2nd hour, you want it to be 6th hour, you want to switch those. We don't do that. Don't turn in a form, we're just going to send it back and say we don't do that. If you have first lunch and you would like second lunch, we don't do that. Don't submit a form because we're not going to do it, okay? It's just going to come right back to you. So these forms are in the guidance office. You can turn them in and we will change your schedules if we can until the end of the day next Tuesday, which I believe is the 19th. Okay. Any questions about schedule changes? Awesome. Thank you guys.
Schedule changes are one of the biggest things to start the year. As you get through the year, if you have questions, if you need help, if you need support, they're here for you for that information as well, all right? So just make sure that you find them, connect with them, they'll find you, they'll connect with you as well, all right? Some other things, class sponsors. Hey, guess what? We need a leader in here, or a couple leaders in here, to go out and find someone who's willing to be your freshman class sponsor, right? If you want to have a good prom in 3 years from now, you need to find somebody who can go to this, because I think freshman class runs, don't they run one of the dances? The winter dance, okay? So, you know, go find find your favorite teacher, go give them the puppy dog eyes, and see if they'll step up and help you out. Otherwise, that winter dance is going to be quite boring. Of course, last year's wasn't exactly the greatest. Find a good DJ, very important. Stuco. Who's here to talk about Stuco?
Alright, I'll hide the numbers, let's wait on the side there. Okay. I'm gonna, hopefully you can all hear me. My name is Wyatt Wolf. I'm the student body president.
I'm Mia Meister. I'm the student body vice president.
So what we were asked to talk about is give you a little bit of advice and introduce you to your class's Stuco representatives. So if I can get Allie, Addie, Barrett, Brooklyn, and Ryland to all stand up. These are the people you're going to go to if you want to help with the float that's coming up in the Fall Festival Parade the freshman class will put on. Or like was already mentioned, the spring dance, that's the freshman class's responsibility. You can talk about theme ideas, you can help get it set up, and kind of just get a good role, I guess, for your guys' dances and your Stuco year.
Okay, so our next upcoming Stuco, our next upcoming Stuco event is the Shindig. It's going to be August 22nd, which is next Friday. It's going to be during the school day, at the end of the school day, and we would like you guys to all participate in that. It's going to be, our clubs are going to be set up around the outside of our track in the big gym, so you guys can go walk around, sign up for as many clubs as you like, and then play activities at the bottom of the gym. So that'll be super fun, and we're excited to see you guys at that.
Yeah, as everyone's been preaching at you all day, get involved. The Shindig is where you get involved. It's where you kind of find out what's going on and what to do.
Yep. Let's Stuco if you want.
Yes, join Stuco. We love having more people. We need more people, please. And also, and to counter what Mr. Clayton said earlier, not all of us are KU fans. As a future Wildcat, I just have to say, go Cats, Emon, all that. So.
That's right, go Cats.
Elon Musk. Let's go, Elon Musk.
Everyone say this as well about Stuco. Stuco is the connection to admin. So if we change stuff, if we want to try to move stuff around, we move a lot of stuff through Stuco. We try to get their input on things. We're trying to get more of that this year. So, you know, being a Stuco rep is a great connection to trying to move this school along. One of our other groups that we absolutely love as well is Pep Club. So, Pep Club.
Hallway decorating, Spirit Week, we come up with a lot of the themes for those. We have...
If you are our freshman representatives, our two would stand up for us, our freshman class reps.
Okay, but those are the members of your class that are in Pet Club this year. If you want to get involved in the school, create themes, we handle a lot of that stuff. We lead student sections a lot of the time. This is our Instagram. We have a social media team. If you're interested in social media, marketing stuff, if you like posting, creating, if you're a creative person, you can join our social media team. You can sign up at the Shindig. We'll have a table for you guys. And yeah, if you're interested in getting involved in the school, sports games, everything like that, you can join.
One thing that is very, very important to us here at the high school is our fight song. So any of our pep rallies, we always start off with our fight song. We do competitions amongst the classes from time to time. So Mr. Clayton has actually asked if we will lead you guys in learning this fight song. So here's how we're going to do it today. Take a second and read it. Familiarize yourself with the words. Then we're going to listen to it. And then after we listen to it, we're going to go line by line. So I will say the line, you repeat it. I say the line, you repeat it. Make sense? Then we're going to say it as a whole group. So we'll stand up and we're going to say it best of our abilities.
You always stand for the fight song. Just making sure I'm clear.
I'm going to tell you now, you look more silly standing there, look like you hate your life more than you would if you were just yelling the fight song. Okay, let's try it again.
I said don't come here. need some 808s. I don't know when it starts.
So far, we're gonna get a little bit confused where it says so go Hornets, fight Hornets, win mighty Hornets. Okay. So to the music, it slows down a little bit. So it goes so go Hornets, fight Hornets, win mighty Hornets for VCHS. Okay. Yeah. It goes faster than like the previous one.
We have any cheerleaders out there?
No! No!
Come on.
I'm raising my hand for something else. I'm not a cheerleader. Look at it.
Come on.
Hey, I got a question. I don't know. Probably low five. I'm like 4'11". I know it. I forgot it. No, it's not right. I see. Also, advertise like 5'2".
Right there.
Last sponsor to talk to.
5'6".
Right there. Turn around facing it.
I do not say
Get a little deep, try to believe what these things are worth. You guys seem to have gotten it.
Hey, wait, I got a question.
Now that you got it all, let's go.
Something called circuits. Yeah, that's an inspiration. Oh, yeah, we have to add some cheers. Hey, guys, not like those bears. Not like those bears. Go.
some athletic things. Okay, let's start with, let's take a bullet there, physicals. Most of you know, if you've been involved in school sports from 7th grade on, you have to have a physical turned in. What's a physical? It's a form you take to your doctor. They clear you for activity. They say you're physically able to handle the activity. That has to be entered through a site called Rank 1. It's also an app. Okay, there's a lot of forms you can fill out there as well. Most of you are familiar with that. If you're not, come find me or my assistant, Brent Welch. She's in the office right next to me in the main office. He's really the master of Rank 1. He knows what's going on there. He's the one actually checking the physicals. For at school, if you are participating in any athletic or activity event, okay, and you're in season, in order to be able to compete, whether it be practice or a game day, you have to be here by fourth hour, the beginning of fourth hour. If you're not, there has to be prior approval from me or Mr. Flayton of why you were not able to attend. Okay? Eligibility. state's concerned, every single freshman is automatically eligible your freshman year when you step foot in this door. To remain eligible throughout the year, if you are in a season, you have to be passing 5 of your 7 classes. If you have 3 or more Fs at any given moment, you are ineligible until you can get above that threshold. I run a grade check every Friday, and I send it to coaches that Friday, and it goes into effect the next Monday. So it's ran weekly. You have to prove to your coach or your sponsor that you've raised your grades, and then you can become eligible again. If you're ineligible, it means you can't practice, you cannot play in games. Okay, your focus is to get your games or your grades up. Be involved, kind of leads me to the next slide. We want you all to get involved. You'll hear it over and over again. We give the seniors, when they are leaving, we give them an exit survey. One of the things we hear is their number one regret is not getting more involved with clubs, with activities, athletics, all the opportunities out there. They were hesitant as a freshman, and then that just continued throughout, and they regret it the day they leave here. Get involved, build a community, build a group around you you enjoy. Okay? You heard next Monday's open house. Come in, bring your parents, meet a few of your teachers, show them where your classes are. Even more importantly, as far as getting involved, is next Friday, the shindig, like Mia just talked about. At the end of the day, all the clubs we set up, we have clubs that range from reading club to chess to track shooting. We have about everything. Esports is now not only a club, but it's a Acacia sponsored activity. All right, so there's a ton. Many of you can be reached through a club. All right, so next Friday, the 22nd, go down to the shindig, just see what we have to offer for you.
All right, so with this, at the top, it does have the graduation requirements for you guys. I'm not going to go over what that is. Your counselors do a really good job keeping you on track to graduate and making sure that you get these requirements. However, I do want to say right here that IPS driven, and IPS is your individual plan of study. All of you guys have a different goal for yourself, and that's great. We want to see how we can help support you to reach that goal. That goal may change over the years. So what I want to say is when you're choosing your electives, make sure that it's something, not just that your friends are in those classes, but it's something that you're actually interested in. Because I would hate for you to just take all the same classes as your friends, you get out to the real world and you're like, well, nothing I did was what I wanted. Okay? Live your life for you. Make sure that you're picking the classes that you want. Along with that is I'm in charge of all the post-secondary opportunities. So if it's college credit, if it's internship, if it's spending a half day at WSU Tech, learning a different trade that we can't offer here, job shadowing, you name it, I want to help you get in those opportunities, but I can't if you are not on track to graduate. So your goal right now is to explore the electives that we have here at Valley, kind of figure out what you like, pass all your classes. There are certain requirements that you have to have GPA-wise in order to get into some opportunities. So what you do now, take classes you want, explore, pass your classes, and then your junior, senior year, I want to help you get into what you actually want to do beyond high school.
Did you use Smart Pass last year at the middle school?
Yeah.
Okay. Some of you are newcomers to our district. You may not know what Smart Pass is. Basically, you will see a little icon on Clever, okay, that takes you to Smart Pass. That's how you can request to go to the restroom, guidance office, something like that. You understand that? All right? Now, normally I would play a little video that's right here, but most of you, the majority of you have had Smart Pass, you know how it works, correct? Okay, so I'm just going to post this to all the different Google Classrooms. That way, if you are a newcomer, you can go there, see how it's used, or you can do the more likely scenario, which is ask your friend when you go to use it, okay? You must have a smart pass to be in the hallway between classes, all right? You get 2 a day. Why? Because you also have 5-minute passing periods, all right? So there are multiple opportunities for you to go to the restroom. And something that's not on here, we probably need to add for later in the week, is we do have vape sensors. If you set off a vape sensor, or if you are in the bathroom when the vape sensor goes off, we do have the right to search you. Refusal to search is an automatic admission of vaping. So, what's the best thing for you to do? Fill out your smart pass when you need it. If you have a medical emergencies, you need to see Nurse Lindsay. Okay? You can find her office right by the guidance office doors. Hopefully you saw that on your tours, right? Okay? We do have some exceptions, but we do need medical emergencies for that to occur. Any questions on Smart Pass? Use it, use it, use it. Good?
I get everybody's favorite topic. Dress code. Well, I'll tell you, last year we had more violations of dress code that were guys than were girls. And those included t-shirts that had the Playboy bunny on it. Or they had somebody smoking something on it. Or there was a beer logo on the front of it. All the, hot topic, TikTok trend t-shirts that were out were not real conducive to school. I call those weekend wear. Wear those on the weekend, don't wear them at school. If it has a picture of a gun and it says hunting things, you cannot have that on at school. So remember that your dress code needs to be school appropriate. Ladies, what we ask, truthfully, don't get very uptight about this. So I know what you're used to is pretty strict, right? So if your shirt meets your pants and everything is covered, that's really all we care about, okay? One thing, I've had a couple of questions about tank tops. If you are covered, I don't care. Just wear something that's appropriate for school. We're not real uptight about it as long as you are appropriately dressed. We don't expect you to wear a 3-piece suit. We don't expect for you to look like you're, going on a job interview. We expect you to be appropriate for the school building. Classrooms are cold, so it is common for you to need a hoodie or a jacket. And then you'll go to the next classroom, because remember you go to 8 different places during the day. You'll go to the next classroom. It's not nearly as cold as the previous one. You'll wind up taking your hoodie off, so remember layers. It gets cold in the building, but we're not outside, so there's no recess, there's no leaving for lunch when you're freshmen. So just remember what you have in here is what you're going to have with you. If you bring a bag, then things can go in that bag. Hardly anybody uses a locker, so you may not have blankets. It's a big thing. You can't be walking in the hallway with them. They go in your backpack if you need to bring them. If you need it for the bus or the ride to school, that's great, but it has to be able to be put in your backpack and away. They shouldn't be seen in the hallways or in classrooms. So no blankets out during the day, those get put away. If you can't put them away, you can't put them in your backpack, don't bring them. But we're happy to help you find a coat. And then hats and hoodies are allowed. If you're in the classroom and a teacher says, hey, can you take your hat off? That's classroom discretion. The teacher gets to determine what happens in their classroom. In the hallway, at lunch, during passing periods, we don't care if you have a hat or a hoodie and your hood is up, no problem. But if you're in the classroom and a teacher asks you to take it off, please do so. Every time. Okay, our new SRO this year, Officer Little. He will be with us full time. And I'm going to just have him talk just for a minute about what his role looks like in our building.
Hello, so my name's Officer Little. I am the Post Officer Development Department. I'll be your school resource officer. Just to cover some quick safety thing, my role here is number one is safety. That's to ensure safety for everyone in this building, teachers, staff, students, to make sure there's a safe environment, but also build a relationship with you guys. So if you ask me, hey, let's do a TikTok. Yes, I want to do a TikTok. Please don't ask me. So seriously, so to create those relationships, right, and to basically bridge the gap. So if you have things going on at home and you need someone to talk to, or if you show up at school and you're like, hey, I'm really having a real bad day and I need a snack. Find me, I'll give you a snack. Not going to give you lunch, but I'll give you a snack. Some things to cover, guys, I really want to push speak up. So last year we actually had an incident where someone said they were going to bring a firearm to school. And we interviewed kids, and there were about 5, 6 kids who knew, and no one said anything to us, right? And so that's the thing. I care about your safety. I want to see you guys be safe. I want to see you guys go back home. And so my thing is, find a staff member that you trust. Find a teacher. Find a counselor. Find an admin. Stop someone and tell someone, right? Because we want to make sure everyone's safe. I really want to push this year. We're good at building relationships. We want to have fun. I want to dress up on the cool days. Spirit Week. I really can't wait for Spirit Week. I can't wait. But the reality is, guys, we have to be safe. And so with that being said, one thing that I want to push, there's a different side and there's a different aspect of my role. So there are times where I'm going to have to get involved. And so that's going to be for obviously safety concerns, things like that. So I hope we don't get to that point. I hope you guys come in, you guys do good. You guys, I'm going to call you guys my baby Hornets because you guys are 9th graders, but you're doing high school, so you're my baby Hornets. You're all my kids. I don't care. You're my kids. I said. So, like I say, I'm going to push that. Things that get us involved is obviously vapes, like you said. They have zero tolerance for vaping in school, in class, in bathrooms, and on school grounds. So that can get me involved. There are consequences for yourself, for your parents, so just be cautious of that. Also, fighting and things like that. I get involved in those types of things. And some other things. So that's kind of the gist of my thing, and it's quick in a nutshell, but I'm always here. My office is located in the high school main office, so I'm always here if you need anything, okay? Well, thank you.
So one thing. So the number one way for you to keep your stuff is to lock it up. Unfortunately, if you leave your things in your car and you don't lock your car, or you leave your backpack sitting in the commons, or you put your AirPods on the bench in the locker room, there is a really good chance those may not be there when you return. If you have things that you need to take back home with you, they should either stay on your person or they should be locked up at all times. So remember, not everybody does the right thing at all moments. So the best way to take care of your stuff is either don't bring it and leave it at home, put it in a locker, and your locker has to have a lock on it, or they just open it up and take it, right? 2 years ago, we had a situation where we just had a team that was in the locker room, and some things were taken. And that is the biggest feeling of betrayal, when someone that you're on the same team with takes your stuff. So don't give another person the opportunity. Take care of your things and lock them up, and then you won't have an issue. If you do have an issue, come see one of us. Come find Officer Little, come find an administrator. We'll help you as best we can. We have cameras everywhere. And so we do our best to try to find your things if they do disappear. Exterior doors. This is a huge issue for safety. So if you look at the research on tragedies that have happened in schools around the country for years, it typically has to do with somebody walking in a door that's either been opened, it's been left open, propped open, or somebody has invited the person in. So our exterior doors, there's a lot of them around our building. They should all be shut and locked every moment of every day. until someone props the door open. So please be mindful, if you see it propped open, kick the rock out of it. If you see somebody letting people in, please ask them to stop or let one of us know so that we can. It is a clear safety issue. Look at the research, and you'll see that we don't want what's happened around the country to happen in our building. So pay attention to those things. Safe driving in our parking lots. Every year, there are some fender benders, and every year there are some, what I would call, crashes. Because we're not paying attention, we're driving too fast. A lot of times what happens is people pull through ahead to the next parking spot, and then they go too quickly around a car without looking, and you hit somebody that's coming by. So please pay attention if you're driving, that you're parking carefully and that you're watching for a lot of people who exit this building. There's a little over 1,000 students that are in our building. So 1,000 students will exit almost at the same time in the afternoon. So pay attention so we don't get anybody hurt. We touched a little bit on search and seizure before. If you or your property are on our campus, you are subject to search and seizure. So, and we don't have to have probable cause, we have to have reasonable suspicion. So if we have a reasonable suspicion that you have something that is dangerous or something that shouldn't be on our campus, we have the right to search you, your property, and your vehicle. So please don't bring it. If it shouldn't be here, don't bring it at school. But understand that we have the right to search you. So you don't have the opportunity to say no. And Officer Little will be with us if we need that, but we shouldn't ever get to that point. And if you don't have anything, then it's no big deal, right? You can go through my purse right now, you're not going to find anything you shouldn't find. I don't care if you look through it because there's nothing in there. So if there's nothing in there that shouldn't be in there, it shouldn't be an issue. Same with drug dogs. Most of you are familiar with Officer Fox and Charlie, who is not a friendly dog. Charlie still comes in. He will do our searches for us. And he will periodically go through classrooms, he'll go through locker rooms, he'll search our parking lot. If you are found to have contraband on you, then it is both school consequences and legal consequences. So just don't do it. Don't bring it on campus. Does anybody have any questions? Oh, it's still me. What is it? Oh, student statements. Our student statements this year are online. You can get a paper copy in the office as well if you need it. But it's located on the counselor page, it's located on our web page, and you can access it through Clever. She called it the waffle one time, right? If you go to the waffle on Google, you can find those things as well. We'll drop it in our Google Classroom so that you have a copy if you need it. You fill those out if it is a situation that you need an administrator to help you with. Now, if you come to us or you write a statement that says, he looked at me. I mean, I can't gouge his eyes out, right? So he looked at me probably isn't a student statement issue. Because you didn't know he was looking at you unless you looked at him. So stop looking at him, okay? But if there's a situation that someone is in danger, someone's being harmed, there's a bullying situation, you had a situation that happened even with another adult, you need to write a student statement and let us know. If it is a life or death situation, if it is something that is immediate and we need to know, don't write that statement. Come to the office. Write a smart pass, get to the office. Have your talk with your teacher, have your teacher send you down. We're not asking you to delay big things that need to come immediately to the office. But if it's a situation that needs an administrator and you need to write a statement for us, it will be online for you. If you need to mediate with someone, you've had an argument with somebody, your friend group is struggling, those are counselor situations. You can email your counselor and they'll send you a counseling pass and we can look at sitting down with you and helping you mediate through that situation. But if it's a situation that administrators need to take care of, write that student statement for us so that we have it.
say everybody's just going to go at one time, but we normally have 2 lunches. And your lunch is determined by your 5th hour teacher. And they will let you know tomorrow whether you have first lunch or second lunch. So you'll need to report to your 5th hour teacher tomorrow, and they will let you know which lunch you have. Okay? The main thing, you guys have heard it before, when you're in the lunch, respect our space. It's not just your space. There's other students that have to use the space, adults that have to use the space, and then we want to take care of our custodian. When you guys are throwing food or leaving your trash, sometimes you think you're getting back at an admin or something along those lines. It's not really affecting us, it's affecting the custodian. So you need to keep that in mind. Don't make their job more difficult than what it needs to be. Off limits, you know, when you're in the cafeteria, you need to stay in the cafeteria, not roaming the halls, not going into gym classes. So make sure that you're honoring that. And then we do not accept deliveries. And if you do get something delivered, Mr. Flayton will kindly accept it. He'll keep it, and then you can have it maybe at the end of the day. So don't.
If I haven't eaten it.
Yeah, if you haven't. That's true. So make sure that you're not trying to order out, things like that. We do not have open lunch. Okay, it's not an open lunch. Juniors and seniors can have their parents sign a form that allows them to leave. Freshmen and sophomores, you have to have your parents call.
And they have to call before
11. Has to be before 11. Each day or each time that you're wanting to do it. So don't make it a regular thing. You know, if you want to go out for your birthday or something like that, fine, have them call. But other than that, it's not open lunch. And then don't be tardy when you come back. Okay? Because you could lose the privileges of leaving. Which leads into my next slide. You don't want to have to join the tardy party, which is lunch detentions. We do have detentions before school, after school. Teachers can assign them, admin can assign them, but we try to do it during lunch as well. Okay? And those are the student expectations that we have when you are assigned to lunch detention, and you will receive an invitation. They will deliver a note to your 5th hour class reminding you that you have that. It's on you to show up. It'll tell you what classroom you need to report to. Okay, and it will be during your lunchtime. And we will ask you whether you want a hot lunch, whether you're bringing your own lunch, or whether you want a sandwich. That all gets delivered. Okay? But it's on you to show up. If you don't show up, we're going to end up, because they're going to take roll, we're going to end up calling you back in, and then it's going to double. And then if you don't serve either of those 2 lunch detentions, then you're looking at in-school suspension. Don't make it more than what it has to be. Okay? And if you're tardy, that's the majority of why you get lunch detentions, is because you're tardy to class. So be where you're supposed to be, and you won't have any issues.
invitation party, you're missing some good dad jokes here. Hey, couple more minutes, okay? Couple more minutes, I'm gonna talk fast, all right? Attendance. Basically, if you don't show up to school, we send a letter home. We warn your parents that you can get in trouble for that. We warn your parents that they can get in trouble for that. If you don't still show up, then basically law enforcement can get involved, okay? Understand it? Okay. Big push this year is our tardy policy. You need to get to class on time. Our teachers will be emphasizing this. Our teachers will be emphasizing this. Tardies can change into absences. You get one tardy. That's your warning. Your next one, we're talking to parents. One of our goals is to get more parent involvement. If you're not showing up on time, we're telling them. You may have parents that may not bother them. That's fine. Do it again, and we add in more of the consequences. Lunch detention is one of our favorite tools because we know that's one of those times that you think is yours get to sit there, you get to eat, you get to talk to your friends. It's one of our favorite tools. So just keep that in mind. That's one of the things that can happen there. You can see it just escalates. You could end up eating lunch, during ISS, which is even more boring. Or we get to that point, if you don't want to be here, we'll just start finding ways to educate you otherwise. Everybody understand that? Teachers will be emphasizing this. All right? Teachers will be emphasizing this. Construction. As you can tell, there is construction everywhere. On the back side of our building and the front of our building. Okay? Your class will get to experience this. This will be done for you at the end, well, let's say hopefully at the beginning of next year. Okay? So, this whole new wing, if you want to see these areas, certain classes will probably look at it. Or you could take a tour with me someday. Right? But the bottom line is stay out of these areas. For PE, you will be escorted. For band, you will be escorted. Okay? You will have some practices down here for football. You will be escorted. Alright? This is for youth football. If you have younger siblings that maybe play that, or soccer. One of the biggest things for this group is this. How many of you actually drive? Cool. Make sure you get your parking passes. You can see where you park and where you must exit. That is the green. You have been sent this. Your parents have been sent this. It's in your emails. It's in inboxes. Okay? We sent text messages to take you to check your email so you can look at this. The other thing is this, for those of you that don't drive, parent pickup after school. There is no parent entry right here. No parent entry up here after school. They must come in this way and follow that blue route. Your parents are going to be impatient. They're going to be upset. So please relay the message for me that if everybody actually just kind of follows this, our parking lot is clear in 10 minutes with no accidents. Okay? So if everybody could just be patient, that's 2 of your favorite Taylor Swift songs, or whatever it is that you listen to. And if your parents are Creed fans, 2 Creed songs, okay? Throw a Creed reference in there so you guys don't even know who that is. But just follow this design, okay? This is for buses, for you bus riders. In the morning, you get dropped off here, you come through this door. Okay? For some reason today, they dropped you off up here. But you'll get dropped off here, come through this door in the mornings. After school, even today, this is the pickup area for buses after school. You find your route number on the side of the bus. We usually have people there to help you. Once you get in the routine, you're fine. Do me a favor. Don't miss your bus. Okay? If it's your last moment with your boyfriend or girlfriend, make that moment go quicker. Say your goodbyes and get to your bus. You'll see them again tomorrow. All right? You'll probably snappity chat them when you get home. All right? It's cool. I'm hip. I'm down with the technology. We're good. No, I'm hip. That's what you're saying. Any questions on construction or parking? Okay? You can park anywhere except a senior parking spot. You can park anywhere but staff parking. We find you in here, as Ms. Baldwin said earlier, this is all USD262 property, so we can tow it. We can move it because we're responsible for it. Okay? By the way, the #1 accident in the parking lot is when you try to pull through a parking spot. Don't do that. Back out. Be normal.
The senior stalls are the ones that are painted. If it's black, that you're okay to park there, but if it's a painted stall, you can't park there.
Okay? The other thing is if you do drive, please be careful at this intersection. Look both ways, be patient. Can you do that for me? And as you get older, please do that. All right. What have you heard today? You've heard a lot of these things. I told you when we started that one of the things that I need you to understand is this. Your 4 years starts now. It will go quick. You have heard this word over and over again today. Involved. The more active you are here, the quicker it will go. The more involved you are, the quicker your career will go. If you want to sleep your way through it, it's going to feel like it takes forever. It's going to feel like you're dealing with us and us only. All right? And yes, I do see a couple of you asleep right now. Be a good friend, and if your neighbor's asleep, go ahead and wake them up.
Wake up. Nah. Wake up. Boy, wake up. Hey, wake up. Is he acting off the note?
So let me reiterate a couple things. Let me reiterate just a couple things. The 22nd is the shindig. Go look at some clubs. We have everything available here. Join athletics if you want. Get involved. Have game nights. Thank you to our cheer squad that came up here. And dancers. I'm not sure what the group was made up of yet. But good job. Maybe learn the fight song. That would be great. But the bottom line is this. We are here for you, and we believe in you. We believe.
We believe.
I was weak. I agree with you. I agree with you. Hey, be our building blocks as we build together. That's our thing this year, build together. So are you ready to be a building block? We believe. We believe. Better. Get your ID out for lunch. You're going to need that.
Hold on. My leader never.
Go get some food.